Here it is, layout update number 3. Pretty cool stuff. A lot of stuff going on. I recently stopped at PF&S in Pasco, Washington. They have quite the selection and a lot of model scales from N scale all the way to G. And anyway, stopped by on the way of grabbing my son and managed to pick up a few items. Let's see here. We'll do a rocket ship view here in a minute. We'll cruise around first person. But I got some track, installed a couple decoders, got a video up on that. And made a lot of progress on the layout since the last time I've seen it. So I think now is the time to jump onto the ship and do a little first person view and check it out. Okay, we're in the rocket ship now, cruising around. Kind of do a little flyby action. Take a look at some of the cool things we got going on here. Kind of the idea, you can see that I've set several clamps all around just to kind of get a preview of the curves that I'm looking for. Kind of the idea that we're looking at. So now you get the general sense of what we're going to be working with. The center peg there is kind of the idea of the height and the backdrop that I'm going to use right there, about that area, and the steepness of the mountain. It's only going to come up just a few inches, and then of course we can use a nice 6-inch sky backdrop just to give a little depth. That'll be perfect and beautiful. Kind of have an idea of either having the mountain come up this way, something similar to that. And then on the inside, I was thinking about doing the same thing. Either I like this idea. That way I can really get a lot of steepness on the right side and let it cruise around. And when it goes around the curve, it's going to be working around a mountain and then a trestle. I'm thinking would be perfect. Right here, it's where it does like a traverse, where you're riding this side of the mountain coming in, and then it switches over to a right-sided part. Kind of flip-flops, so you get the bridge that kind of connects the two mountain slopes, if you will, going in different directions. So that's that idea. Also glued in just a couple more little slabs here. These little splines are looking pretty smooth. I'm really starting to like the smoothness of the contour of the curves. They are just looking flawless. I love it. Nice, big, beautiful sweeping curves. It's going to be beautiful. Okay, the base here obviously still got some more work to do, but right now just kind of focusing on what I can do with these splines and how I can make some awesome curves and just the perfect little sides of mountain running. Here's going to be the summit area. I'm thinking I can build another backdrop that comes up another 6 inches from this side. That way I can catch the depth of this. Same thing over here too, on the lower level when the trains start coming down the grade into the yard. So some basic scenery ideas that I have kind of planned. Other than that, still cutting spline. That is a pain in the butt. I'm running this 1x4 all the way down an 8-foot stretch, all measured out of course, and then I use a jigsaw to cut it out, just kind of run the edges using that little guy. Okay, well, let's get out here in the light. The 3 units I installed the decoders in. See if we can't get some focus on them. There we go. Nice little run by. That's that brand new Code 55 Atlas Flex track. That's going to be beautifully weathered, of course. We'll do a little flyby view. Oh, those are going to look awesome. Cruising down here. Yeah. Look at that. Then check out that difference between the levels here. Once we get some focus, you can see that's really rough here. That's not even close to being exactly how I want it to be. Not even close. It's going to be much smoother coming in just below. You can see that riser over there. I mean, you can see a huge dip that comes up and in. That's not even close to what I want, but just kind of get a proximity of the engines and the other level. See from this side here, I'm just going to kind of progress. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay, so gentlemen, ladies, if they're out there enjoying this great hobby we call model railroading, I just want to thank you again for joining the channel and hanging out with me today and checking out a layout update number 3. You guys enjoy your evening, and I will catch up with you again on another layout update.